Have you guys heard about these? These little pods have been coined suicide capsules or death capsules. This is a capsule that, believe it or not, when you get inside of it, it will take your life. It is an assisted suicide machine. And these machines can be delivered wherever you like. If you want to deliver it on a beach, you want to take your life on a beach, boom, they'll deliver it at a beach. If you want to take your own life at home, they'll deliver it to your home. This machine, or death capsules, was developed by a doctor named Philip Niche, who has also been named Dr. Death. This man is leading the way in assisted suicide programs or options, or in other words, euthanasia. This is assisted suicide that is approved by the government and that is carried out by your doctors. But Philip Niche took it and is trying to take it a step further, and he has invented these suicide or death capsules to where you can basically take your own life. You can do it yourself. No need for a doctor, no need for any help. You jump inside of this capsule, the machine turns on, and it'll take your life. You'll die right there in that machine at your own will, at your own time, and when you want. Sound like science fiction? Well, these things already exist in Switzerland. They're already in Canada, and Dr. Death says that he wants them up and running by next year. Yep, this is the reality, folks, and it is far from science fiction. These capsules, as you can see, exist on display already, and as Dr. Philip Niche says, he wants them available in clinics by next year. What a twisted, wicked, evil, and dark invention and machine to create. And they're always going to play on your emotions and think of some type of moral excuse to come out with to justify these things, like, oh, what about people who are terminally ill and they're just suffering and they just want to end their life? Yeah, it starts off that way, right? That's the justification. That's how you play on people's emotions to get people to give in, to get people to accept a machine as wicked as this. But the reality is, it's going to target a lot more than just people who are terminally ill and suffering. It's going to target the young boy or the young girl who's suffering with depression, who just went through a heartbreak or going through a hard time, or who's just going through a difficult season in their life. And these people, because that causes so much heartache and pain, that people are going to seek this option to just quit and to just give up and to just take their life. Nothing moral about a machine like this. Okay, it's a deception from the enemy to snatch your soul away from you and to lead you to forfeit your destiny and your path in Christ. That's the bottom line of what this is. What about all the children right now who are being forced into certain operations, I'll say, who haven't found their identity in the first place, and they wake up and they realize that they made a gigantic mistake that is permanent? Things like this will skyrocket. They'll go through the roof, and I'm sure people like Philip Nash is banking on that, because guess what? Euthanasia exists right now. These capsules haven't been used yet, but euthanasia, assisted suicide, all right, that exists right now. Okay, and believe me, the people who are going through with these assisted suicides, you got people who are homeless, who just don't want to be homeless anymore, who are applying for assisted suicide. It's a lot more than just people who are terminally ill. This is just another deception and tool of Satan to take people's souls away. I get a lot of questions. I made a video before on euthanasia or assisted suicide, and I hear so many different stories people tell me, and they always ask me, do you think that suicide is a sure way to hell? Do you think that people who commit suicide automatically go to hell, or is there a chance for them to go to heaven? So I want to share those two things with you guys and my thoughts on what happens to people, who commit suicide. I've had friends who committed suicide, and it was some of the worst, darkest, just unpleasant funerals I've ever been to in my entire life. The feeling is just so eerie and it's terrible. And you got people like this character here who is obviously an agent for the dark side, whether he knows it or not. He probably knows it, you know, and they're taking advantage of people. They're taking advantage of young people, you know, who are impressionable, who don't know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. You know, there's gonna be dark times in your life. There's gonna be times where you go through things like you feel like you'll never make it out of it, or it hurts so bad that you probably wish that you were dead. I've had those experiences. I've had those times and seasons in my life. I've felt that before. But the bottom line is the Lord had a plan. But people like this, they don't want you to, it's all about money. Basically taking advantage of people. It's not moral, it's not moral work, it's not a moral invention, it's none of that. And you know, we'll get deeper into this conversation. So head over to my Patreon account where we can finish this conversation. I can share with you guys my thoughts biblically speaking on suicide. I'll also share with you guys this commercial, you know, or this advertisement that they're using to kind of promote this assisted suicide and to make it seem like it's something good. And also, you know, maybe share with you guys my personal experience and, you know, with dealing with somebody who committed suicide that I knew. And so head over, I'll leave the link in the description. I'll also leave the link right here. Head over, guys, subscribe, and I'll see you guys there. As always, I pray that this video will bless you in some way. Shalom, and I'll see you guys soon.